Hello, how are you guys doing today? I heard you finally accepted yourself. You're finally accepting the truth. You're finally mending with your own heart. You're finally resting in your own self. You're finally resting in your own spirit. Okay, something about darkness is very significant. I'm hearing walking into the unknown. I'm also hearing something about quietness. Someone needs to sit in quietness. No phone, no distractions, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes, and really rest in themselves. This may be something that you're doing or you're being called to do, but I heavily feel this energy of just feeling rested and comfortable within oneself. I also heard something about a shocking truth. Okay, this is like someone realizing that something they've believed all their life was a lie. This could be in regards to your family. This could be in regards to yourself. This could be in regards to some outer worldly circumstance or situation. This could be in regards to religion, or all of it. Okay, I was shuffling these cards, and I did a lot of shuffling, and the Fool keep finding its way back to the bottom of the deck as if it wants to speak. So I feel like the unknown is calling you. And you could be, look, split the deck on a new beginning, Ace of Swords. The unknown is calling you. I feel like behind this unknown realm, you're going to find a new version of yourself. A version of yourself that your soul has always yearned for. Okay, listen, split the deck on the Emperor. There's going to be this mature energy. I feel like someone is finally grown up. Okay, and it's not to take away from your inner child, but it's more so embodying it. Okay, in a sense where I'm also hearing too, somebody's looking at maturity different. It's not about what they say it is. It's about what I make it, is what I just heard. All right, now I already pre-shuffled some oracle cards. This is my soul truth deck. I was called to pull three cards, but you know what I'm saying, 4 fell out, so why not? Let's just take it. Okay, I also feel like you were expecting one thing, but you're gonna receive something else. All right, and if something else is gonna align with what you expected, but it's gonna be way more grander, bigger. Grander is not even a, I'm also hearing 5 grand, 500 grand. Okay, so this could be some type of money. All right, but your overall energy, the first card out is, what is my body telling me to do right now? I feel like I'm picking up on the energy of someone who wants to quit something. Okay, I'm not sure what this is. This could be something that you're addicted to. This could be a mindset that you want to quit indulging in. This could be a friendship group. This could even be a job, but something here that your body is telling you it's not right for you. This could even be a relationship. Your body is telling you that it's not right for you. And I'm just getting this energy of listening to it. Okay, especially with this second card being, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? But let's get right into it. Welcome to the Portal of Alignment. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I was also called to do 2 messages back to back and post them back to back. So there's something significant about that as well. Something coming in back to back. All right, 2 things. These could be 2 wishes. These could be 2 manifestations. Okay, something about inner resources is very significant. But what is your body telling you right now? How can you infuse more self-love and compassion into your daily life? Daily is giving me something that you do every day. So this is reminding me of consistency. Okay, being consistent at something that you love. What is your body telling you right now? I feel like that's self-explanatory. Okay, but I will get a card for each card to see what, you know, what want to be spoke about. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion into my daily life? Self-love and compassion. Those 2 words are calling out to me. especially compassion, because I feel like I'm picking up on somebody who can always be so hard on themselves. I also feel as if like you expect things to always come hard, like I gotta work hard, or this is something you're unlearning and resting in. Someone is also being called to something about nervous system healing. Okay, really believing in the inner resources, not allowing your self beliefs or your self doubt to hinder something. Okay, this is just reminding me of how I be feeling when I come from work, tired as a motherfucker, and my body be telling me, baby, this ain't for you. As a woman, you came here to have an easy life, but then my mind telling me that my bills need to be paid, type shit. Okay, that's what I'm getting. It's like, why aren't you listening to your spirit? And it's so crazy because we were just talking about listening to your body, but as above, so below. If your body is strained, if your body is stuck, if your energy, if your muscles are tight, that's the same thing that's going on with you spiritually. It's not easy to live a life of struggle. It's not easy to live a life of trauma. It's not easy to live a life that's full of turmoil and then you think you just gonna switch your mind automatically. It take time. Okay, it take consistency. Imagine something that you've done over and over and over that wasn't good for you, but it's consistent, and whatever that is yielding consistent results. Okay, I don't know why I'm hearing something about smoking. Okay, this could be actually smoking, or this could be like smoking out your house, cleansing your energy. Okay, allowing one element to move through something and cleanse out another is what I'm hearing. Okay, now I'm seeing a riverbed, the riverbed, something flowing, and I'm seeing rocks. And it's almost as if I was just put in the body of someone else and I'm seeing through their eyes. So whoever I'm speaking to, you have the ability to, you may be an empath. You embody a lot of other people's thoughts, other people's feelings, other people's emotions. And there's a need to filter something out here. Okay, maybe this is the self-realization that you're having. It was never you that you were feeling. Okay, and I'm not saying you weren't feeling yourself, but what I'm saying is sometimes our auric field is so full of other people's energy unbeknownst to us that we are so distant from ourselves, from our own inner. You know what I mean? Okay, what is my body telling me right now? Our body speaks to us through physical pain or discomfort. Our body sends messages for us to look more deeply. See the trapped emotions, the lurking fears and beliefs that limit you. Listen to your physical body and you will be led to the source of your own pain. It's time to get your healing on. So something about healing the body is very significant. I'm also hearing paying attention to what you're putting in your body. Are you feeding yourself life or are you feeding yourself death? If you don't understand what I mean by that, how about you look up? I ain't even saying look up because I'm not going to lie to you. I just had a realization today as I was walking through it felt like the woods to me. And it's so significant because I've only been to that park once, but I actually never got out of twice, but I never got out of my car. And this time I decided because it's hidden behind a lot of trees. And as you go through the passageways, it's still a lot of trees. It's just trees everywhere. Okay. And I was just trying to, I ain't even gonna say trying. Like I was just tuning with myself. I don't know what's up with my speech, y'all, but I'm gonna move forward. Something about being in tune, and because I had never been there before, it reminded me of the Fool card. It reminded me of walking in uncharted territory, but I kept saying to myself that I'm safe. You know what I'm saying? Not to say that I was afraid, but I was alone, and anything could have happened. You know what I'm saying? This is also giving me the energy of spirit guides, angels, this heavy protection around you. No matter what you do or where you go, you will always be taken care of. So why not jump? I just heard jump off the cliff. Obviously not literally, but that could be a scary thing. Why not move into the unknown? Just because you don't know something, or just because you don't have the answer to something, doesn't mean one don't exist. It doesn't mean that there's a life of beauty existing in that unknown. You just don't know it, because that's not something that's not a road that you've ever been granted. But the thing about that is, you grant yourself the ability to explore the unknown. You don't need somebody else's outside circumstances for you to explore something that your spirit is calling you to do. It's also giving me the energy of curiosity. Okay, it says, get the book Heal Your Body by Lois L. Hay and find the answers toward which your body is guiding you to. All right, when I sing get the book Heal Your Body, yeah, that's bringing me back to what I was saying. I'm realizing that I trust more so my spirit telling me whether something is true or not than actually looking and researching it, because who knows if the research is the truth. So this is like really being able to ground within yourself. I'm not saying that certain things that we run into, certain books, they aren't helpful, or they won't, or they aren't true. But what if that's just the truth that somebody else, it's like somebody else's truth, it's not yours. And it's bringing me back to what I said in the beginning, resting within oneself, believing in oneself, believing in your ability to lead yourself properly. Okay, for somebody here, I just feel like I'm getting like this codependent energy, where you may not be codependent on a person, but you're codependent on a thought that you've always had. You're codependent on a feeling that you've always had. You're codependent on someone that you thought will always be there, is what I'm hearing as well. I'm gonna let the cards fall, and then Spirit say put this one first, okay? And I said to myself in my head, not that it'll make it any difference with my slick mouth ass, but they said it is. So that's very significant, okay? Especially with this high priestess and this judgment. The high priestess talk about secrets, knowledge. It talk about spiritual wisdom, but it also talk about somebody who is in tune and they trust their own attunement. Attunement is what I'm hearing. They trust their own guidance. Yes, you can look to other people or other circumstances for confirmation, but sometimes you may not even need it. The confirmation is already within you. Excuse me. But not to say that it's not a beautiful thing that we depend on each other, as long as it's somebody that is vibrating on the level that you need. All right, how can I infuse more self-love and compassion? Self-love is not, it's a difference between self-love and self-care. To care for yourself is the outside circumstances, nails done, hair done, everything did, taking a shower, all of that. But loving yourself truly, are you using the power of your voice to rewrite and recode your DNA? Every time you tell yourself something, you got 7,000 trillion cells in your body that heard that, and it's gonna mimic whatever it is that you said or whatever it is that you thought. Okay, I just also heard sometimes it's not what it seems. Okay, I'm not even gonna lie to you. One of the hardest things that I ever been met with along this journey of life is trying to unlearn, right? Trying to unlearn everything that I thought was true. What I thought was true about myself. Hold on, guys. Trying to unlearn everything that they taught me, while also trying to hold on to it. You know what I'm saying? And it was because that's all I knew. Jumping out into the unknown is scary. It's scary because somebody here, you got this thing where you want to control everything. You want to know the outcome. You want to know the circumstances. You want to know what you're being met with before you do something. But what if that takes the beauty out of it? And I'm hearing my closet creak. Okay, that could be very significant. I'm also hearing something about passing the time is very significant. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion? Someone here, you need to be more graceful on yourself. Don't be so, I see why now. Okay, Spirit, you got it. Don't be so judgmental on yourself. Allow yourself to awaken without you feeling like something is wrong. Okay, someone is being resurrected. Something that was killed or something that died inside someone is being resurrected. And I feel, I'm hearing beauty. Whatever that energy is, it has beauty attached to it. And it's being reawakened within you. Okay, in tune. I see what this message is mostly about, one being in tune with themselves. It talk about some type of spiritual graduation. Whoever you are, it's like you are merging with the idea that possibilities are infinite. It's not just one way that something can happen or unfold. It's multiple ways that something can happen and unfold. Okay? I also feel like, because I just looked at my phone because I thought the video paused or stopped, but in reality it never did. She just took a pause and a stop. Okay, something about a resting period or a quiet period. Not allowing yourself to be afraid of the quiet is what I'm hearing. I'm just channeling, y'all. I'm gonna say whatever comes to my mind. All right, sometimes I be feeling like stick to the subject, but that's the beauty of living. You don't have to stick to anything. This is also embodying detachment, not in a way where you don't care, not in a way where you don't, that you don't love something, but in a way where you're not holding on to it so tight that it can't breathe type shit. Okay? And I just get this energy of releasing. How can I infuse more self-love and compassion? Compassion. Compost could be very significant. Gardening could be very significant. Growing your own food. This may be something you're thinking about. I'm also picking up on land. Buying land. Okay, or something about uncharted territories. Walking on a land that has never been walked. Or this is giving me the road less traveled. So whoever I'm speaking to, you are a generational curse breaker. You are somebody that is exploring the parts of the bloodline that I'm hearing that has been sealed. Okay, not sealed because they want to be or they can't be explored, but sealed because nobody was ever strong enough to take that path. Okay, I'm here, I quit. Something is done. Something is over with. I'm just getting the energy of someone letting go. Now, in the beginning of this reading, I felt one energy, but as we move forward, it's like I'm open, like whoever I'm tapping into, it's like you're opening up more and more. Okay, this is also giving me the energy of like, once you take that first step of doing something that you were afraid of, you're not going to stop. It's going to become something that you look forward to doing. This is also giving me the energy of really resting in the inner knowing, really resting in your manifestations and what you truly want. Okay, somebody is also reevaluating. Wow, I didn't even know the Empress was at the bottom of the deck. I heard take it. Okay, somebody is really resting in themselves. Okay, I don't know what this is on her head, but it's giving me like a halo. All right, I'm also seeing like, it's giving like, I'm seeing a person that has some type of glow in their head that is connected to a divine higher source, but it's like some crackling energy, like some type of interference. But I don't think this is the outside interference. This is like ancestors, angels around you protecting you from other people. But it's like an energy of you having to do your part with your own thoughts and protect your own self. The more you rethink, the more you re-say, the more you redo something, it becomes you. Okay, in my head or in my heart, you could definitely be somebody that's very much nurturing. Okay, I feel like you have a very abundant energy. You the type of person that you can touch a person and they instantly get a miracle. Okay, something that has been delaying in their life instantly comes. Okay, but I feel like for a long time you didn't realize that you had this power, and energetically you were being taken advantage of. But it's like, yeah, the Sun card, it's like you really, this girl jumped so high off the ground. At least that's what it looked like at first. This is also giving me communion with the trees. Someone who need to go hug trees, touch trees, being grounded. Okay, moving to calmer waters, allowing yourself to be okay with doing it alone. Before, I think that's the thing that we misunderstand. Like, it's not about you being alone forever. It's about you embracing solitude and being comfortable with it. Because anything can happen. You could be attached to something, to someone one day, and then the next day it's no more. Right? This says, if your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Buddha. So Buddhist temples could be very significant. Someone could be studying the Buddhist religion, or I feel like your soul mostly aligns with the energy of Buddha and the freeness. That's why I kept seeing that Fool card. Adventure, being adventurous with yourself, doing things that you didn't imagine doing before. Also tapping into things that you've always wanted to do, but you felt afraid because of somebody else's opinion. Okay, this could even be tapping into yourself, because we are taught to always look outside of ourselves in every situation, especially when it comes to our spiritual base, our spiritual foundation. At least in the religion that I grew up in, it taught me to look outside of myself for a savior. But the whole time, whatever was outside of me was supporting what I felt within. So that made me realize that I do truly have a God power, because if I can say something and bring it into existence, is that not magic? Okay, somebody here, you were born with a gift that your parents or your family made you feel like, I'm just getting like this demonizing energy. Okay, and I also feel like I'm picking up on the energy like you could have really embodied this. It's also giving me, it's bringing me back to the womb and how what our mothers go through and what our mothers think and what our mothers experience become who we are on a physical level, but your soul came here for a complete different mission, is what I'm hearing. So breaking out of the mold that was created before you. Okay, it says today's soul action. Choose one self-care action to do today. Set stronger boundaries, meditate and listen to your heart, speak to yourself with compassion, focus on your strengths, say no to something that isn't a soul yes. Say yes to something that you are afraid of. It's just confirming everything I already said. Let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. I just felt this happiness because what I already said was confirmed. You see the beauty in, or do you see the God in that? It's like I channeled a message and the card confirmed what I was already channeling. So this is like, and then I'm hearing affirm, confirm, affirm, something about affirm. you know, the pay system that they got, but I'm talking about affirmations. So it's like once you affirm something to be real, to be true, that's what it is. This is like giving me someone who truly creates their own environment, truly creates their own reality, decoding the matrix, encoding the matrix, not taking anything as truth or lie, just taking it as it is type shit. Okay. It says, let go of what you cannot control. Stay far away from drama and negativity. I also feel like you are somebody that once you truly take control of your God power, it's going to make you so happy. Okay, nothing or nobody tell you is going to deter you and make you feel some type of way about the decisions that you're making, because you're now embodying that power. Okay, stay far away from drama and negativity. Ask for help and allow it. Write down 3 things you are grateful for. I'm also picking up 2 for somebody here. Okay, it's something that you either gonna stop doing or you have stopped doing. Spirit is telling you, don't judge other people because they are. This is like giving, I stopped eating meat, so I'm gonna judge everybody else who do, when at some point you were not eating meat. This is giving, I stopped doing, I don't know why I was gonna say crack. Okay, I stopped, whatever you stop doing, don't judge other people because of it. It's like very hypocritical is what I'm hearing. All right, am I in my head or in my heart? Something about both of those being aligned is going to be very significant. Okay, your heart is how you feel. And I'm getting like, when it comes to the heart, logic don't matter. When it comes to logic, the heart don't matter. So something about them being aligned. Okay, you wouldn't have a heart and a brain in the same body if they didn't serve a purpose of alignment. It says, what is the quality of your self-talk? Our brain is like a muscle. If we condition it daily, the fears and limitations will take over. Did I not say this already? Okay, I feel like also too, something that you said, okay, is coming true. I don't know if this, I'm feeling more so in your life and in another person's life. And this don't have to be bad. I also feel like something that you predicted, that you thought was like way, like that was far-fetched, is actually manifesting. It actually has manifested, and I feel like you're about to hear something about it. I'm not sure if you predicted someone else's future. I'm not sure if you predicted something within your own future. But this is like really taking control and embodying your God power. Mastering our thoughts is about being the creator of our own life. Where your head meets your heart is where miracles happen. Today, master your mind. Watch an inspiring video. Do some taping, so someone could record videos. Okay. Read an empowering book, or write out all the reasons why you believe in yourself and in your dreams. At first, when you first walk into this world of the unknown, it's going to feel very unfamiliar. You might want to go back. You know what I'm saying? But after a while, once you start training yourself, you start feeling whatever that is more and more and more. I'm getting like a dancer or like a choreographer, or it's giving me ballerina energy. When you first walk into the dance studio, you're not who you are when you walk out of the dance studio. You become stronger. You become more flexible. You become more structured. Okay, in a way, more disciplined in a way. And this don't necessarily got to be a dance studio. I don't even know why I said that, okay? But this is definitely like dancing within your own, with your spirit. Creating with your spirit. No longer looking at it as something outside, but it's giving me embodying your spirit, but also respecting. Okay, spirit. So it's kind of like my beliefs. I do believe that I am a God. I do believe that I have God-like abilities, but that don't take away from the God outside of me as well. I believe in both, and that's okay. Because the only way that God can be everywhere at one time is to infuse herself into everything. And for a long time, I battled with one or the other. But one day, something just said, embrace both. And there's no longer a fight. The resistance is gone. Okay, and then I started realizing, all right, so I'm just being supported. The God in me says this and moves this way. And whatever it is I do, good or bad, will be supported by the God outside of me. Also, really understanding that what makes you God is the fact that you embody both higher energy and lower energy. Because we need it all. If we didn't need the lower realms, it wouldn't exist. It wouldn't be talked about. It wouldn't be spoken upon. But embracing it and using it when necessary is the importance. Okay? Do I know all of my strengths and am I using them? What we got here? Ace of Swords, Three of Swords. Realizing the truth surrounding some type of betrayal. Realizing the truth surrounding some type of illusion. This is just confirming everything I already said. Literally. Like, I feel like whatever this is that you're discovering, at first it may have broken your heart. Okay? Or it caused you to feel like this type of... It's giving me, dang. So you mean to tell me all my life I was thinking that this was real and it's not? It's like shattering. It's like heartbreaking. But someone is accepting the truth. Okay? It's so funny how on this Ace of Swords, this man got an X over his mouth. It says, don't lie. But this is giving me like some type of restriction when it comes to the throat chakra and speaking up. Okay? Someone didn't want you to speak up about something. And I feel like that something is you. Okay? I also feel like you sticking up for yourself and what you know and who you've embodied is breaking the hearts of other people because you're no longer in that disillusion. Okay? I'm also getting to, don't fight with it. Just because something has become truth to you and true to you does not mean that that's the alignment of another person. We all are on our own separate journeys, doing our own separate things. I'm gonna go ahead and read this last. Yeah. Stay persistent with yourself. Okay? Don't overwork yourself either. If you gotta go part-time or whatever, the only way that you will be truly provided for is if you believe it. And that's the beauty of... Every time I walk outside and I get into nature and I put my phone down and just bask into what's around me, it always reminds me that these trees ain't worried about shit. They know the sun gonna rise. So why can't I embody that energy? Nature is not worried about their next meal. Nature is not worried, despite everything that humanoids do. Nature is not worried. It just is. So naturally, shouldn't I mimic that? Shouldn't I embody that? Shouldn't I learn from that? Why not allow nature to teach us instead of the words of another person's perspective? And it's bringing me back to research. I'm not saying research is bad. But what I'm saying is, if you in tune with yourself, whatever you research is going to let you know whether it's true to your spirit or not. Okay? I'm also hearing to say, if you're God, if you have been worshiping, or, and there go that word, worshiping. If you, whatever it is that your spiritual background base is, if you cannot find solace in it, then it's not for you. If you can't find comfort in it, it's not for you. If the comfort is only temporary and not long lasting, it's not for you. If you have to look outside of yourself, or your spiritual base is not teaching you to go within, is it for you? Hey, listen, I'm just a messenger. You ain't gotta listen to me. As a matter of fact, I would prefer you listen to yourself, because that's what I'm gonna do. Do I know all of my strengths? Am I using them? Of course. We don't know all of our strengths, and we won't know all of our strengths unless we actually explore ourselves. Some of us don't even realize how strong we are because we're so disconnected and distracted by work, so disconnected and distracted by TikTok, so disconnected and distracted by family drama, other people's problems, and relationships with people that we don't belong with. It's time for you to let go of the distractions and allow yourself. If you want to be distracted by you. We all have superpowers, but it's up to us to uncover them. When we live and lead with our strengths, we are able to show up in our zone of genius. This inspires others to do the same. Someone here has some type of speech impediment, or you may speak with your tongue. I'm also getting this energy of someone who is quiet. Like for a big part of your life, you were quiet, you didn't say anything, you didn't defend yourself, but that's changing. Okay, I'm literally seeing someone be weak and fragile because their energy is surrounded by weak and fragile people, places, and things, and then one day they just grow up and be this stern, stubborn. I heard stickler, but not in a bad way. I just feel like you may be coming off as a stickler to somebody else because you're no longer who you used to be. Ask yourself, how can I use one of my soul's gifts today to contribute to this open and ready world? Open and ready world. How can you use one of your gifts today to contribute to your openness and your ready world? You're ready for something. You are. Whatever this is that's on your mind, whatever this is that your soul is called, and you're ready for it. So don't trick yourself out of your own bag. Okay? I also feel like you are the type of person where you have the energy to heal. I'm seeing someone literally sew a broken heart. Okay, I'm also getting like I heard body dysmorphia, but I'm seeing someone in surgery. Okay, you may be a doctor, you may be a surgeon, or this could be you going to this could be you going under some type of spiritual surgery. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning into this message. I highly appreciate it. Especially if you made it to the end. Thank you for all your likes, comments, shares, and subscriptions. They are greatly appreciated. If you love this video, like it, subscribe, and make sure you hype me up, okay? I appreciate y'all. I do offer personal readings, so if you want to get a personal, you can look in the description box, and everything is there. All right? I love you. I appreciate your time. I actually enjoyed reading this because I feel like whoever you are, you're unfolding beautifully. I'm seeing a flower that was once closed being opened up. It's like that flower can now see the world from a different perspective. Okay, I also just heard take care of your flowers. So I'm speaking to my women out there. Something about taking care of your vagina is very significant. Taking care of your body. And that means, what are you eating? What are you listening to? Because your body is reacting to it, okay? It's already bad enough that they are fucking with our food, okay? But do your best. Don't psych yourself out. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.